What you bought? You know what time it is, nigga.
Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas.
I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Rewan with me.
But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor.
You know what I'm saying?
Under commanding general, your honor. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home, that's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, make you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talk the shit, yeah, I know they can't stand us, but we UPK, Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm rippin'. And my niggas solid, number real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, the shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted, we hear the truth and reject it. But love is getting corrected, and all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey.
That's talking about he got swallowed up. I got an idea. We're gonna join the ISUPK. We go in there, we do our 90 days. We come in there to go to class, we're all black. After 90 days, we get our Hebrew name. Before you know it, we officers or captains or something. Got 4 or 5 wives. It's gonna be dope. Nigga, you bugging. I ain't trying to go out in the corners, huh? See? You already talking like an Israelite.
Nah, bro, I ain't with that shit, man. I vote no 3 times. No, no, no.
You only get 1 vote. I vote yes. Let's ask Otis.
Otis, cousin, you know this is crazy, man. These dudes be dressing like superheroes on the corner. You trying to do that?
Come on, Otis. I know you love the women. You can have 3 or 4 wives in there.
I vote yes. Man, this is crazy, man. This is some crazy shit. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Excuse me, brother. What's up? Don't I know you from somewhere?
Nah, man. Nah, you don't know me.
You ain't never did radio before, nothing like that?
Nah.
You go to church? Matter of fact, did you do a testimony at the church?
Man, turn around and eat your big ass biscuit.
Nah, no disrespect, brother. You just got a real familiar voice. That's all I'm saying. Familiar.
Listen, man. Whatever y'all talking about, I'm in. We need to go ahead and do that shit now.
Then it's on then.
All right, man. Well, let's get it then.
Wanna look like, wanna act like wanna look like, wanna dress like, wanna look like, wanna act like, wanna look like, wanna dress like. See that fake motherfucker? Wanna be word.
Okay, brothers, I love the image. Let me ask you fellas one thing. Are you sure you want to join the ISUPK? I mean, there's other groups you can join like IUIC. I mean, purple is really in style this year.
Purple these nuts. We ISUPK. Take it or leave it.
All right, brothers, let's get started. So, I want you to join us, and you want to join us. And we want you to want to join with us. Let me ask you guys a couple of questions. Can you speak loud at camp if you don't have a microphone?
Yeah.
Do you make sisters mad when you go into the women's scriptures?
Yeah.
Do you believe in having more than one wife?
Yeah.
And do you believe in going to the club and being around beautiful women?
Whenever possible.
Do you advocate the use of guns or weapons to defend yourself or settle civil disputes? Okay. Last question. Do you guys respect anything at all?
Not a goddamn thing.
You got a deal. Welcome to the family. Whatever. ISUPK. If you can't trust me, you can't trust us. I love it. Go.
Hey, hold on. Simmer down. Yo. Hey, all right, y'all. Hey, we got y'all votes in. We got y'all votes in, all right? Hey, check this out. All right, watch this. Here we go. We got y'all winners. Let's go. All right, okay. Hey, straight out the West Coast, we got my brothers from the ISUPK. Yeah, that's right.
Most high in Christ, man. You hear me? Shout out to the ISUPK, man. Both sides, East and West. You know what I mean? Overseas, man. Caribbeans, you hear me?
That's right.
You know what I mean? Everybody hold your head, man. Passover in 2-3 weeks, man. April 20th.
Right.
And check this out, though, man. If you don't want bishops twerking in your videos, you don't want your deacons pop blocking in your videos.
No diddy.
You don't want your deacon making Easter songs for your congregation, getting turned in to the police by the police.
That's right.
And come to the ISUPK,
That's right.
man. Man, we gone, man. Shalom.
You watch the TV, ain't let life pass you by. You keep procrastinating, but should I go to the Passover this year, next year? No, do it now. We'll work with you after work or before work. You can do whatever you need to do to graduate Hebrew Academy. Go talk to your local school right now. They're out to help you. You spend all day on the phone anyhow. Why don't you make a phone call that's going to help you with your future? All you got to do is pick up the phone and make the call. Why are you making it complicated? It's easy.
It's a lot, yeah. Hey, shalom, y'all about Shimmy Abashai, Rocky Thumb. Y'all with your mom thumb about Shimmy Abashai, preaching officer, I'm a Wanga bar. Tuesday night brotherhood class, you feel me, ISUPK and the Commander Hunter. You feel me, since 1969, we've been, teaching the truth that blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians are the chosen people of God. And tonight, what we're gonna talk about, the sun, moon, and the stars. You feel me? Because of yesterday, everybody was in a frenzy for the solar eclipse. They was going crazy about it. You feel me? The so-called white man trying to give you half the day off so you can watch it. All type of stuff. They done made almost $250-something million off glasses alone. So you can look up in there and see it, and man, it's just insane. And that's just more proof blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians is God's chosen people. You feel me? For even following behind this nonsense. You feel me? Real talk. That's what we always done. Follow behind what these heathens doing and stuff like that. But if I could, let's get that first article, the Soul Invictus.
Sol Invictus, the pagan sun god that helped Christianity conquer the Roman Empire.
Right. So, okay, so what you gotta understand is people have been worshiping the sun as far as back to, what they say, 14th BC or something? I don't even know how to pronounce the number, it's so long ago. You feel me? But it was the god Ra in Egypt. You feel me? That was like the first civilization of people that worshiped the sun. You feel me? And they god Ra. So this just go back far as ever of pagan worship and worshiping the sun.
Before Constantine received his history-defining vision, a pagan sun god paved the way for Jesus Christ's triumphal entry into the eternal city.
Mm-hmm.
For centuries, the Romans persecuted Christians who refused to worship the emperor.
Right. So Christians is followers of Christ, and for centuries they persecuted them. They killed them. You feel me? For not wanting to follow after they pagan beliefs. But after a time, you feel me? The Christians started to, accept pagan. I think it was around the fourth century or the 9th century. I can't even remember exactly. I think it might be the 9th century. The 9th century is when Christians fully indulged in all pagan worship and mixed it into the Bible.
This changed in 312 AD when Constantine had a vision and converted to the Christian faith.
Right. So this is around the 4th century. I might have been right when I said the 4th century. But yeah, Constantine, you feel me? He was a black man, but he was a pagan worshiper. You feel me? So to get him to convert to Christianity, he had to implement his pagan beliefs inside of the Christian faith.
As the new state religion, Christianity subsumed the framework of the cult of the sun god Sol Invictus.
Right, and that's where you get all the worshiping of the sun and all that stuff from. That's why the Sabbath day was changed from Saturday to Sunday. You feel me? Constantine did that in worship of the sun. So that all I'm saying is that this worshiping these, stars in outer space is really, really old. You feel me? It's something that people been doing since the beginning of time, really.
The crash course version of ancient history holds that the Roman Empire abandoned its old gods after Constantine the Great received a vision during an important military campaign. The night before the pivotal battle against his rival, Maxentius, Constantine was told in a dream to mark the heavenly sign of God on his soldiers' shields to ensure victory.
Right, and that's just like any of you idiots out there that think your dreams is real. His dream was not real. This was just what's gonna happen. The fall of the Roman Empire was bound to happen, just like the fall of America is bound to happen, and it's gonna be some idiots, saying they had a dream about something, and that's why it happened. You feel me? So now that's definitely ain't true.
He obeyed and defeated Maxentius. Out of gratitude for the higher power that came to his aid, he turned Christianity from a persecuted sect into the empire's official religion.
Right. So he thinking that him, taking on the Christian faith is the reason why he, won the war. But the thing is, the Christian faith at the time was just being an Israelite. You feel me? Teaching the laws and commandments. You feel me? Which they was killed for doing it, So him being a black man, he started to indulge in it, which he indulged in all pagan beliefs. So him accepting Christianity was just no different than him accepting Ra. You feel me? Or any other gods of Rome and Greece that he accepted.
There might be some truth to the narrative, but in reality, Rome's transition from polytheism to monotheism was more complicated.
Right, that's many gods to just worshiping one.
Informed by new archaeological excavations, modern-day historians credit other, lesser-known cults with paving the way for Christianity's takeover. A development so drastic that there must have been some pre-existing framework for Christianity to latch on to. At the center of this framework, historians argue, is Sol Invictus and the Sabian Arab sun god whose role in Roman society was eventually supplanted by Jesus.
Right. So Sol Invictus is a Sabian Arab sun god. That's why I say he worshiping all type of idols. He worshiped the Arab sun god, Sol Invictus, and that transformed into Jesus Christ.
The origins of Sol Invictus. Roman history knows two sols. Worship of the first soul, Sol Indigenous, was limited to the eternal city itself. A god of agriculture, their first temple.
Right, and that go back to the worship of Baal too. That's way before all this. That's what Baal was. He was like a god of like crops. You feel me? They prayed to him because and when he walked the earth, he was just a good ass farmer. That's all he was. He was a good ass farmer, and when he died, they turned him into a god.
Located on the Quirina Hill, it's said to have been built by the Sabian king Tatius, the legendary rival turned ally of Rome's equally legendary founder Romulus. The cult of Sol Indigenous survived into the Republican and early imperial periods. Augustus constructed temples for them. Vespasian converted the giant statue of Nero into the god by adding a crown. Commodus, the son of Marcus Aurelius, added Sol's name to his own.
Right, so that all they doing, they just worshiping this god. Sol Invictus was just an Arab sun god. You feel me? This ain't nothing new. They doing it right now. They was doing it in Egypt. They was doing it in Greece. They was doing it in Babylon. Worshiping the sun god is just every kingdom doing it. You feel me? And they doing it right now in America when you go to church on Sunday. You feel me? They worshiping the sun god. That's why they got the churches is built to where the sun shine right on the altar. That's the crazy thing. You feel me? You thinking the preacher got the Holy Spirit. You good?
That's like I said, bro. Man, it's so heavy. That's why you got all the Christian artwork. They all got halos, and the halo is the sun.
Yep, halo is the sun, and the way they make them windows, all that is so the light could come in, all mystical and stuff like that. Real talk.
As the borders of the empire expanded, the eternal city became a melting pot of different cultures.
A who?
A melting pot.
A melting
of different
pot.
cultures.
That's what Rome became, and that's what every kingdom becomes, a melting pot of different cultures.
Italian traditions mingle with those of Africa, Asia Minor, and Sol Indigenous combined with the Eastern sun deity to become Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun.
Unconquered sun. That's what I'm saying. They've been doing this since the beginning. Since the beginning, they've been worshiping the sun. Real talk. So yeah, we could drop that, and let's go to the next one. The names of the days of the week.
Come. The names of the days of the week, origin and meaning.
You go ahead.
The names of the weekdays sound in most cases very Nordic in both Danish and English. While the origin of the weekday names is relatively straightforward in Danish, it is a real cultural mix when it comes to the English language.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday and Monday are named after the celestial bodies sun and moon.
Who?
Sun and moon.
The sun and moon. Sunday is named after the sun. Monday is named after the moon. Moon day. You feel me? You put on that southern country accent, you get Monday. You feel me? Real talk. The sun and the moon is Sunday and Monday, basically. Every Sunday and Monday, that name is to the worship of the sun and the moon.
But the other days are named after Norse gods. Tyr's Day, Odin's Day, Thor's Day, and Frigg's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday does not follow the same pattern, and the name actually means hot water day.
It's a lot, yeah. All right, look. It's a hot water day, which can be translated as washing day or bathing day, because that's the day of rest. You feel me? Saturday is the Sabbath day. That's the day of rest when you're supposed to finally get to chill and do whatever you want to do.
It's like, so they say that people bathe once a week.
Man, yeah. They finally get to do what they supposed to do. It's like, hell no, that's insane. You hear me? That's insane. But we showing you that this worshiping the moon and the sun, the stars, all that stuff is old. You feel me? It ain't nothing new.
The English Saturday originates from the Roman god Saturn and can be recognized from Latin, where the day is spelled Dies Saturni.
Right, yeah. So Saturday, the name Saturday come from Saturn. Worshiping of Saturn, Roman god Saturn. Then they got a planet named Saturn, all that. You feel me? So yeah, that's the whole point of that. Each day of the week is named after a god. Monday and Sunday is named after the sun and the moon. Feel me? For the worship of the sun and the moon. So yeah, let's drop that and let's go to when is the next solar eclipse?
CBS News, when is the next total solar eclipse in the U.S.? See the pass for the 2044 and 45 events. Eclipse watchers waited more than
Drop down to Salaka, my bad. Drop down to where it say when is the next total solar eclipse.
Solar eclipses happen about twice every year.
Who?
About twice every year.
So, okay, they went into a frenzy and did all that. And the whole time it happened twice every year. It happened twice every year, but the thing about it is it don't happen like on solid ground. Like it happened like over the waters and different places where the mass people not at. This solar eclipse happened like where you could just literally just look up and see it.
Eclipses happen all over the earth evenly, he told CBS News. But know the timings when they occur are not regular.
Mm-hmm.
That means eclipses can occur within just a few years or every few decades in North America.
Right.
Before the eclipse in 2017, the last total solar eclipse across North America was in 1979.
Right. So yeah, so the whole point of this is y'all worshiping the solar eclipse and it's just normal. You feel me? Basically. This is normal. This is not nothing for you to go crazy over. They even say it happened twice a year. You feel me? It happened twice a year, but you going crazy over it. You look up in the sky and all you see is nothing. You feel me? You see nothing. Like you ain't get no money. You ain't get no richer. Your body count didn't get deleted. Ooh wee. You feel me? None of your wishes came true. You feel me? They treating that eclipse like a leprechaun. pH balance still off. I know the solar eclipse balance was on point, but your pH balance is still off. So like you go ahead.
So like I said, if I may, since you brought that up, I seen somebody talking about they was finna make an eclipse resolution. You know how they make New Year's resolution? I seen somebody they finna make an eclipse resolution.
That night, man. Come on.
You finna be fat next eclipse too. You ain't finna work out.
You ain't going to Crunch Fitness. You ain't the new gym they opened it. You ain't going. You feel me? You still gonna have that same size. Real talk, that shit crazy. But no, let's drop that and let's get into the scripture. Let's get into the scriptures real quick. So yeah, let's go to Deuteronomy 17. Let's start at verse 2. But yeah, though. So yeah, them articles you just bringing out that, I mean, this shit old as dirt. I mean, you insane. This shit is old as dirt. If you still thinking the moon, the sun, the stars have any purpose other than serving you. You trying to serve the moon and the stars, and this whole purpose is to serve you. You got it all backwards. What the Bible say, you feel me? You're going to serve the creature more than the creator. Feel me? Real talk. How you going to serve the creations more than the creator?
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 17 verse 2. If there be found among you within any of thy gates, which the Lord thy God giveth thee, man or woman, that have wrought wickedness in the sight of the Lord thy God, in transgressing his covenant.
Right. So Black Hispanics and Native Indians, what you got to understand, we got a covenant with the Most High. We got a contract. We got a deal that we got to keep. You go ahead.
Verse 3. And had gone and served other gods and worshipped them, either the sun, the moon,
or the moon. You feel me? You can't serve any other gods. You feel me? And you can't worship them either, including the sun and the moon. You know why the Lord said that? Because the Lord knew that when he created the sun and the moon, it was a big deal. And he knew that small-minded people would look at the sun and the moon and respect the sun and the moon more than they respect him. You know why? Because you can see it. Everybody want a God they can see. That's why the eclipse was such a big deal. Everybody wants something they can see. That's what our brother said. Somebody's saying they make an eclipse resolution. That's why. Because it's something they can see. They ain't going to pray to the God of heaven and earth because you can't see him. But you see the eclipse and you like, yeah, I'm going to make me a resolution. Man, get the hell out of here, man.
It's a lot, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not to mention all the, like you said earlier, all the money that was made off it.
Right.
Plus all the money that the church has made
Ooh,
off of it.
ooh, wee. Shit, not even the church, the purple.
The purple.
Is like, the purple. Why you think we call them fake Israelite groups, man? Them niggas had they Passover on the day of the eclipse. Well, man, you can't make this shit up. They charge you $1,500 so you can come see the eclipse.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, that's how much they charge for their Passover.
Yeah,
that's how much
they don't charge that much for them glasses.
Man, it's like, they don't charge that much for their glasses. Shit, you want to see the eclipse that bad? Go to Dollar General and get the glasses. Shit, the purple niggas want $1,500 to watch the eclipse. That's a lot. Yeah, we living in rough times. No, that's my slogan. We living in rough times. That's the only way. That's the only way I could deal with this. That's the only way I could cope with the bullshit I be hearing and seeing every day. Is that we living in rough times.
You said $1,500? Yeah. They won't take a piece of a deposit?
Oh no! And you gotta buy a garment from them. Gotta make sure everybody. Gotta make sure everybody color coordinated.
Good night.
They the police. Salaki. Oh, we going all the way to 5 though, Salaki.
Count. Or any of the hosts of heaven.
Any of the hosts of heaven, which is talking about in the sky. Because you got to understand there's different types of heaven. It's the fourth dimension where the Most High sits. Then you got the dimensions of outer space. You got the sky. You feel me? So anything up there, you don't even supposed to worship it. That's what the Lord is telling Moses to tell us because he knew that people was going to worship that stuff because it's pretty. You feel me? It's pretty. It look good. Man, keep it real. Sunset, you out with your woman having a dinner. Sunset is real nice, but you ain't supposed to worship it. You feel me?
Verse 4, it's like which I have not commanded.
Right.
Verse 4, and it be told thee, and thou hast heard of it, and inquired diligently, and behold, it be true, and the thing certain that such abomination is wrought in Israel.
Right, that's an abomination. You worshiping the sun, the moon, and all that stuff is an abomination. It's something the Lord hate. You feel me? He don't want you worshiping or serving nothing but him.
Verse 5. Then shalt thou bring forth that man or that woman which have committed that wicked thing.
Y'all love equality, don't y'all? Women, y'all fall for equality in women's rights and being able to, your body, your choice, and you can believe your truth, and you can overstand and understand. Pakistan, Afghanistan, anybody can get it. Salami. Hell no.
Unto thy gates, even that man or that woman, and shall stone them with stones till they die.
Right, so that's a death penalty offense. You worshiping the sun, the moon, the stars. You feel me? That's a death penalty offense. You feel me? You a Muslim. You rock crescent moons and all that's a death penalty offense. You feel me? You worshiping the sun, that's a death penalty offense. That's what God said, real talk. So yeah, don't worship the sun and the moon. So yeah, let's drop that. Let's go to Psalms 104 and 19.
The book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 19. He appointed the moon for seasons.
Hold on, wait, he did what?
Appointed the moon for seasons.
The season. You know what that means? That's a specific time. You feel me? The moon is for seasons. That's how we know what the hell time we living in. You going off the Gregorian calendar and what the Jerome calendar, Julius Caesar said, daylight savings, you all out of whack. You feel me? You lost in the sauce because the Bible say the moon is for the seasons. That's how you know when it's a new day, a new month. I mean, you know it's a new month by the moon. You feel me?
The sun know if it's going down.
And the sun know if it's going down. That's how you know it's a new day. That's the reason for this stuff. You want to know what's the reason for the sun and the moon? The moon is how you know it's a new month. The sun is how you know it's a new day. That's how you know the sun went down, the earth orbiting around, and the sun went down. So it's a new day in China, and it's nighttime in America. When the sun come back up, it's a new day in America, and it's nighttime in China. That's what the whole point of the sun and the moon. You feel me? The Lord is real strategic. You go ahead.
Count. Verse 20. Thou makest darkness, and it is night, wherein all the beasts of the forest do creep.
Right. Now when it get dark, now all of the beasts and the creeping things that the Lord made nocturnal, now they get to come and wake up and do what they supposed to do for the earth. Because you got to understand, each animal, each spider, everything has a purpose. Everything has a reason to be on this planet. Otherwise, the Lord wouldn't have created it. Just like he created the so-called white man for evil and black people for good. Real talk. We're going all the way to 24. So like.
Verse 21. The young lions roar after their prey and seek their meat from God.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 22. The sun ariseth. They gather themselves together and lay them down in their dens.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. The sun and the moon have a specific purpose for when you know it's time to wake up and go to sleep.
Verse 23. A man goeth forth unto his work, and to his labor until the evening. Right. And a man wake up when the sun rise. He get to going to work, getting his house together, getting his field together, his business, whatever he do. You feel me? And he labor until the evening. You feel me? The sun and the moon is supposed to serve you. You ain't supposed to be serving it. Verse 24. O Lord, how manifold are thy works.
Right, how manifold, which means many things. That's what manifold means. That means something that means many things. You feel me? You thought the sun and the moon was for this. The whole time the Lord made it for that. You feel me? You sitting there thinking you supposed to worship the sun and the moon, when the whole time it's supposed to worship you. It's supposed to work for you.
In wisdom hast thou made them all. The earth is full of thy riches.
Right. The earth is full of thy riches. You feel me? But it's just going to take wisdom for you to understand that. Otherwise, you ain't going to know. You're going to be serving things that's supposed to work for you. Real talk. So, all right, let's drop that. Let's go to Isaiah 40 and 21.
Book of Isaiah chapter 40 verse 21. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth.
So like 40 and 21.
Oh, so like it's like 21. Isaiah 40.
We getting that up. We gonna get there. Most High Christ. He got straight to it for the understanders, the overstanders, the understanders. So like he got straight to it.
Isaiah 40 and 21. Have ye not known? Have ye not heard? Hath it not been told you from the beginning?
Mm-hmm. From the beginning.
Have ye not understood from the foundations of the earth?
Right. We don't understand. You feel me? That's what we don't do. We don't understand what none of this stuff is made for, because we don't have no wisdom. You feel me? We ain't following the Most High. That's where the wisdom comes from. You feel me? You go ahead.
Verse 22. It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth.
The who?
The circle of the earth.
The earth ain't flat. Let's get that understood right there. The earth ain't flat. I know the sun is a circle, the moon is a circle, but the earth is a rectangle. It's a lie. The earth is a square. Nigga, you a square. And you better stop smoking squares. That's what you better do. Better put the squares down. You're smoking too many of them. Your lips is over black. And you can tell all you overstanders and understanders. You feel me? The circle of the earth. He that sit up upon the circle of the earth is talking about the Most High. You feel me? He created the earth, man. And it's a circle. You feel me? Real talk.
And the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers.
And the people that's on the planet, all these 7 billion people, they always like to say it's 7 billion people on the planet, they grasshoppers to the Most High. They very small. And they need to be obedient, because he can crush you like a bug.
That stretches out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in.
Right.
Verse 23. That bringeth the princes to nothing. He maketh the judges of the earth as vanity.
Right. He gonna make them useless. All these people that's judging the earth right now, they gonna be useless because they grasshoppers. You feel me? To the Most High, they is grasshoppers. And they bring the princes to nothing. You know what the princes is? Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. They bring us to nothing. The Lord look at them like grasshoppers. But they bringing us to nothing. You feel me? And he gonna make them useless in this earth. Real talk. So yeah, let's drop that. Let's go to Job 26:5.
Come on. The book of Job, chapter 26, verse 5. Dead things are formed from under the waters, and the inhabitants thereof.
Dead things are formed. You feel me? Dead things are formed. And under the waters, you got to understand that outer space that you worshiping, it moves just the way the waters do under the in the ocean. That's how they was able to discover how to make a suit to go to outer space. For you people, you overstanders and understanders that think the moon landing was fake, y'all think they really didn't go to the moon, but then y'all think the dark side of the moon, the aliens is practicing war games. It's like, I'm telling you, you worshiping the solar eclipse, the sun, the moon, opening up a can of worms, man. Which means you're gonna open up something that you can't get rid of. Real talk.
Verse 6. Hell is naked before him, and destruction hath no covering.
Right, destruction, it don't have no covering. Real talk. It's gonna be shown.
Verse 7. He stretcheth out the north over the empty place.
Right. Okay. So he stretches out the north over the empty place. You feel me? What you gotta understand, the earth is sitting on nothing. Go ahead.
And he hangeth the earth upon nothing.
Right. The earth is hanging upon nothing. You feel me? You amazed at the wrong stuff. You amazed at the solar eclipse in the sky. You sitting on a planet that's sitting in the middle of outer space. The same outer space where you looking at the stars, the moon, like, oh my God, look at this, look at Venus. Look at, I got this telescope, I seen Mars, I seen this. Nigga, you sitting on a planet that's hanging on nothing. You should be amazed at what's going on right here. That's what you should be amazed at. You amazed at the wrong thing, man. Real talk. You looking up in the sky, you need to put on your 3D glasses right here. Real talk, you go ahead.
Verse 8. He bindeth up the waters in his thick clouds, and the cloud is not rent under them.
Right, and that's what Job's just trying to explain. You feel me? Like, y'all is amazed at the wrong thing. You feel me? The Most High is perfect. You You sitting on a planet that's sitting in the middle of the outer space, and we ain't going nowhere. It be bombs dropping, all earthquakes, and we just still sitting here. We have not fell into an abyss. You feel me? We ain't fell into an abyss yet, but you amazed at the solar eclipse. And also the waters in the cloud. The waters fall out the clouds.
And the cloud is not rent under them.
And the cloud ain't got no rent, which means like ripped open. You feel me? It's nothing ripped open to make the waters fall out the cloud. You feel me? It's just sitting in the clouds ready for the Lord to tell it to drop. That's what you should be amazed at. You amazed at the wrong thing. If you amazed at a solar eclipse or you worshiping the moon or the sun, you a goddamn idiot, because this stuff happening right here where we at. And you ain't even paying attention to. That's the stuff you should be amazed at and wondering how it's happening. Real talk. So yeah, let's drop that and let's go to John 3 and 10.
The book of John, chapter 3, verse 10. And Yahushua answered and said unto him, Art thou a master of Israel? And knowest not these things?
And let's just get right to the point. Nicodemus was a rabbi, a Pharisee. Supposed to be like, he would be like, what Nicodemus would be today, it'd be Al Sharpton, T.D. Jakes, swallowed up. You feel me? And he ain't know what the hell to do. So he went to Christ, because he heard Christ was doing his thing. He heard Christ was doing his thing and knew more than him. Knew that Bible better than he did. You feel me? And he came to Christ like, look, you feel me? What is going on? You feel me? How do we make it into the kingdom? What do we got to do? You feel me? And Christ is saying, look, man, aren't you a master of Israel? And you don't know these things? Aren't you a master of Israel? And y'all don't know none of this stuff? Y'all don't know that we ain't supposed to be worshiping the sun and the moon? You feel me? Real talk.
Verse 11.
Hold on, wait, Salak. You go ahead.
Verse 11. Verily, verily, I say unto thee, we speak that we do know, and testify that we have seen, and ye receive not our witness.
Right, you ain't want to listen to us. We trying to tell you what's going on. Everybody out there in the world is shocked and amazed, and we trying to tell you what's going on. You go ahead. We're going all the way to 16.
Verse 12. If I have told you earthly things, and ye believe not, how shall ye believe if I tell you of heavenly things?
Right. So if I tell you stuff that's happening on the earth, you don't want to listen. You feel me? How the hell you going to believe me about stuff that's happening in the sky? You feel me? Please explain that to me. Overstanders and understanders? You don't even believe the transatlantic slave ship was real. You don't believe in transatlantic slave ships. You don't believe we was in Egypt in slavery. You think you can walk through the Grand Canyon and get to Africa. Man, look, you losing your mind. How can I tell you of heavenly things if you don't even want to even believe earthly things? You go ahead.
It's like it, sir. If I may, sir. So what you're saying is, they don't even understand what's going on here. So how can they understand what's going on
with the Most High and the angels and in the future and the past? You don't even understand what's happening right now. Feel me? Real talk.
Verse 13. And no man hath ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man which is in heaven.
Right. No man can ascend up to heaven. You feel me? And he was so confused when Christ was saying this because Christ is talking about spiritual. He thinking physical and carnal. You feel me? He thinking physical and carnal. Like, yeah, I'm going to go sit with God. And scriptures like this is why Christians who's supposed to be leaders, supposed to know the Bible, they believe they going to die and sit with God. When that's not what Christ's saying, man. Real talk. Ascending up to heaven is being with God. right here on the planet. You feel me?
Verse 14, and as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, even so must the Son of Man be lifted up.
Right, and even as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness, you feel me? Moses had to lift up a serpent that healed them of the snake bites because they were sinners. You feel me? Christ got to be lifted up so Israel can be healed too. You feel me? Real talk. But the only way people is going to get healed is they got to be with God. You feel me? And to be with God, you got to serve him. You got to clean yourself up. You feel me? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians got to clean yourself up. Get rid of all the idolatry. And then you will be with God. Right here on earth. Somebody will see you and say, man, you sent from heaven. You have to be sent from heaven. You have to be with God. That's all Christ saying right here. But, of course, Nicodemus not knowing the scriptures, just like Christian pastors and everybody else that read the Bible outside the UPK, he thinking about really standing next to God.
Verse 15, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have eternal life.
Right, and that's the whole point. You feel me? You start believing in the Most High, you turn from your wicked ways, you will not perish. You're going to have eternal life. Because that means your son's sons. When you come back to your children's children, you're going to be living in a righteous life. You feel me? You ain't going to be suffering. That's the whole point. Real talk. And that's how you know God is with you. Because everybody going to be going through all type of bullshit and you not. And what people going to say, man, the Lord with him. He with the Lord. That's all Christ said. He's not saying that you're going to go stand next to God and pop a bottle. You feel me? He said that, man, look, you with God right here on this earth. Everybody going to know it. Everybody going to see it because of the way your life is.
Verse 16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life.
And that's the whole point. How can I tell you of heavenly things when you won't even believe this? You want to know about the sun, the moon, and the stars? You won't even believe this. That changing your life will put you with God. You will be saving people's life, and they're going to look at you and say, man, you sent from heaven. You feel me? Real talk. You can't even understand that. So how the hell you going to understand the moon and the sun? The hell out of here. So yeah, let's drop that. Let's go to Isaiah 11 and 2.
The book of Isaiah chapter 11 verse 2. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him.
Right, and this is a prophecy about Christ. You feel me? This is a prophecy about Christ. It say the Spirit of the Lord is going to rest on him. You feel me? The Spirit of the Lord is going to rest on him. For people that believe Mary and Joseph didn't have sex, this is all it's saying. It's saying that the Spirit of the Lord, the vibe of the Lord is going to be on him from birth. A lot of us, we didn't find the truth. We didn't get the vibe of the Lord until we was in our 30s, late 20s, 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever. Christ had the Spirit of the Lord on him from birth. You feel me? It was resting on him.
The spirit of wisdom and understanding.
Mm-hmm. He had the spirit of wisdom and understanding. He was wise and he understanding why people doing the stuff they do, why stuff the way it is, how you supposed to move. He had common sense. Christ was wise and he had common sense since birth. A lot of us don't. That's why we smoke cigarettes, smoke weed, have sex with hoes, get the wrong women pregnant, gang bang, go to jail, join different religions. That's why we do that, because we didn't have the Spirit of the Lord on us from birth.
The spirit of counsel and might.
Right, the spirit of counsel, giving people wise choices to make.
The spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord.
And we did not fear the Lord. You feel me? We definitely did not fear the Lord. Christ feared the Lord from birth. You feel me? Real talk. So yeah, let's drop that. And let's go to Revelations 12 and 1.
The book of Revelations, chapter 12, verse 1. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven. A woman clothed with the sun.
Right, okay, wait. So, and that's what I'm saying. Christians, you feel me? Get the Bible so misconstrued, like Constantine got it so confused. The wonder in heaven is not talking about the actual sun. It said a woman clothed with the sun. This is not talking about the actual sun. You feel me? This is talking about the Israelites. You feel me? We was always compared to a woman because we was married to the Most High as a nation. You feel me? And clothed with the sun, which is wisdom.
And the moon under her feet.
And the moon under her feet, which is understanding. You feel me? Christ is our leader. You feel me? Go ahead.
And upon her head a crown of 12 stars.
Right, and on her head, the crown of 12 stars is the 12 tribes of Israel. You feel me? So this woman clothed with the sun and the moon, with upon her head the crown of 12 stars, is talking about us as a nation. You feel me? Under Christ. You feel me? This John the Revelator seeing this in a vision. You feel me? A great wonder. It's going to be a great wonder when blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians finally start serving Christ. You feel me? And we finally have that wisdom and understanding. You feel me? Which Isaiah 11:2 was talking about. Real talk. So yeah, let's drop that. Let's go to Deuteronomy 4:19.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 19. And lest thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the host of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You feel me? The Lord knew this. Moses knew it. You feel me? That's why I say since the beginning of time, they've been worshiping the sun, the moon, and the stars. You feel me? And Moses trying to tell us not to do it.
And serve them, which the Lord that God hath divided unto all nations under the whole heaven.
Right, and what you got to understand is the Lord divided the sun, the moon, and the stars unto all nations. Everybody get their turn to see the sun. You feel me? We see the sun when China see the moon. We see this star when this other country don't see. You feel me? It's countries in Europe that see stars that we don't see. Because it's divided unto the whole heaven. You feel me? All nations under the heaven, the whole heaven, everybody gets this. Everybody gets the sun, the moon, and star. It's not no big deal. Real talk, you go ahead.
Verse 20. But the Lord hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, even out of Egypt.
Right. And the Lord, he brought you out of the iron furnace. You feel me? The iron furnace, that means trials. You feel me? You going through trials.
Even out of Egypt, to be unto him a people of inheritance.
Right, a people of inheritance. He chose us. Out of all these people, he chose us.
As ye are this day.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. We can't do that stuff. You feel me? Y'all looking at that stuff like it's light. Worshiping the moon and the stars and all that stuff. Man, the Lord is against us when we start doing stuff like that.
Verse 21. Furthermore, the Lord was angry with me for your sake.
It's Moses. Moses. That's a like it. That's like, clap it up for Commander Johanna. I want to clap it up for Commander Johanna because he is taking on the burden, you feel me, of raising up the nation of Israel. And it ain't easy. It ain't easy, man, because we want to do what the hell we want to do. We want to be like the heathens and just be able to live freely, you feel me, and do and serve whatever we want. But we don't have that, you feel me? We ain't able to do that.
And swear that I should not go over Jordan, and that I should not go in unto that good land.
Right, so Moses telling him that I ain't going to be with y'all no more. Y'all got to do what I told y'all to do. Y'all got to figure this out. The same way Christ told the disciples. I'm not going to be here with y'all. Y'all going to have to do this thing, man. All this stuff I'm teaching y'all going to have to rock this on out. Because I can't go. Because Moses wasn't going to make it because of what he did. You feel me? Him and, who was that? Him and his brother Aaron, I think. You feel me? I forgot what they did exactly. I think they told the children of Israel something and they didn't give the Lord the credit. That's what they did. Something as small as that. They ain't making it into the kingdom because of it. They ain't give the Lord the credit. And that's why we always say Most High in Christ to everything. You could just say, I got some nice shoes on. I'm Most High in Christ. Because I'm not finna not make it in the kingdom because I'm taking the credit for these shoes. The Lord, he pushed me to buy these shoes. It was not my idea, real talk.
Which the Lord, thy God, giveth thee for inheritance.
Right, because our land that the Lord was giving to us for inheritance, you feel me? Moses just letting him know, y'all finna make it over there. I'm not making it though. But I need y'all to follow these laws and commandments because Moses knew about reincarnation. You feel me? He knew about reincarnation. That's a part of our culture.
Verse 22. But I must die in this land. I must not go over Jordan.
Right, that's what he's saying. He's saying, look, I got to die here. I'm not going into the promised land. Y'all making it. I ain't going to be able to make it.
But ye shall go over and possess that good land.
But y'all finna go get it. You feel me? But y'all got to listen to what I told y'all. I led y'all out of Egypt. I done taught y'all everything about the Lord that y'all forgot. Y'all been in slavery 400 years, but y'all forgot. Y'all start living like Egyptians. Y'all got to get back to y'all culture and live like what I've been telling y'all.
Verse 23. Take heed unto yourselves, lest ye forget the covenant of the Lord your God.
And that's what we done time and time again. We will forget the covenant. You feel me? We'll forget about what the Lord said and start back worshiping the goddamn moon. Worshiping the sun, that was made to serve us. The sun, the moon, the stars was made to serve us. Not you serve it.
Which he had made with you, and make you a graven image, or the likeness of anything.
Right, like the Muslims, they got the crescent moon. The damn Christians got the sun behind white Jesus' head. You feel me? The halos, all that, man. Real talk.
Or the likeness of anything which the Lord thy God hath forbidden thee.
Right, or anything the Lord forbidden us. You walking around with crosses on your neck. You feel me? They killed Christ with that. You walking around with it on your neck. Like, it's so much stuff that we worshiping that you think is not a big deal, but really it's death penalty offenses. Worshiping idols is a death penalty offense because once you worship the idol, the people of that idol is who you gonna serve. And when you serving them, that means you taking on their customs and what they believe. But you ain't know that. You just picking the lesser of two evils, I guess. I don't know. Some people say Muslims is too militant, Christians is too soft, so they just picking whichever one. And I mean, either one is a different God of a different nation. It ain't our gods. Like,
verse 24. For the Lord thy God is a consuming fire, even a jealous God.
Right, a jealous God. And that's what you got to understand. The Most High is a jealous God. He don't want you serving or worshiping nothing but him. That's it. That's all. Being real talk. So yeah, let's drop that. Let's go to Matthew 24 and 29.
Come. The book of Matthew chapter 24, verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation,
the trials
of those days shall the sun be darkened.
The who?
The sun be darkened.
The sun be darkened. This is Christ saying this. Immediately after the tribulations of those days, the sun shall be darkened. Go ahead.
And the moon shall not give her light.
And the moon shall not give her light. You know what people say? The overstanders, the Christians, they say this is talking about an eclipse. It's a lie. This is talking about an eclipse. That's what they think. They think that this is talking about an eclipse. This is talking about wisdom and understanding. Like we brought out in Isaiah 11:2. The sun and the moon is a metaphor for wisdom and understanding. But when they think the tribulation is going to come after the eclipse. But we brought out earlier that the eclipse happens twice a year. Somebody make that make sense. That's because they don't understand the Bible. And like we said in John, the 3rd chapter, how can I explain you heavenly things when you don't even understand earthly things? You don't even get it. You don't even know that the sun and the moon is a metaphor for the wisdom and understanding. You thinking it's talking about real sun in the sky, moon in the sky. It's not going to have no light and it's going to be dark. Good.
It's like I said, I mean, you can tell it's a metaphor because the next sentence says the stars is going to fall from heaven.
Yeah,
the
go
stars
ahead.
don't fall.
Break it. Go ahead.
They blow up when they die, but they don't fall out their place.
Yeah, the stars falling from heaven, that's talking about P. Diddy. You feel me? It's talking about P. Diddy, Steve Harvey. We done found out Steve Harvey, hell was fake. You feel me? We done found out Kevin Hart did all type of strange shit for a piece of change. You feel me? We done found out a lot of stuff these last couple weeks. What they said, this the year of the truth. It's a lie. This the year of the truth. We done found out a lot of stars is falling. Bill Cosby is putting more than pudding in them pudding pops. You feel me? The stars, Bill Cosby, the stars of heaven is falling. That's, of course, that's talking about people. And it's called, they call stars because you look up to them. You look up to them. Real talk.
And the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
Right, in heavens. You feel me? The people that's in heaven, the powers, the so-called white man, Salakia. Let's just keep it real. TikTok, we ain't on TikTok anyway. The white man is going to be shaken. That is what this is talking about. This is what Christ is talking about. It's Christ's words. Black man, the world called Jesus Christ. He say wisdom and understanding is going to be dark. There ain't going to be no wisdom and no understanding. What's happening right now? There's no wisdom. There's no understanding. Who has the voice right now? Sexy Red and Glorilla? They the ones with the voice. All the podcasters that's talking shit is fucking ex-rappers and actors that failed in their career. These is the people we supposed to listen to. The hell out of here, man.
The Fresh and Fitness guy?
Fresh and Fitness. Come on, man. Stop it. These is the people the stars is falling. And the wisdom is darkened. And the damn understanding ain't got no light. That's what this is talking about. Good. We're going all the way to 31.
Verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven.
Right, and that's the point. So this how you know we in a time of Christ.
And
no, wait, it's a lock. What is this? Keep popping up on my thing. So yeah. So now, and this how you know this is the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. You feel me? Then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. When all this stuff keep happening, now the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. You feel me? You see the wisdom is gone. The understanding is gone. The celebrities, the people that you looked up to are falling. You feel me?
And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn.
Then all the tribes of the earth gonna mourn. Now all the people is gonna mourn. All the people that live on earth, now they gonna mourn. They're gonna be suffering.
And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great
and that's Christ is letting you know when he's coming back. He letting you know when he's coming back. The sun and the moon gonna be dark. He's not talking about an eclipse. You thought he was, that's why people worship in an eclipse. They think Christ's coming back. That's not what Christ is saying. He's talking about the wisdom and understanding is going to be gone. The famous people is going to be falling from their heavenly place. The president of the United States, the leader of the free world, is going to tell you to drink bleach. It's a lie. It's a lie. Christ on his way back. That's why I want Donald Trump back in office. You feel me? I don't vote, and I don't advocate any vote. But I know the more we get people like Donald Trump in office, the more we know Christ is coming. So if y'all people out there is being tricked to vote for Trump, I mean, it is what it is. You know, how can I explain to you earthly things, you know, the heavenly things when I can explain to you earthly things? You feel me? It is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. But don't vote for anybody.
Verse 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds.
His elect. His elect. That's the chosen people that the Lord is going to use to raise back up the nation after this place is destroyed. This place you see right now that's so perfect in your eyes, after they get destroyed, the Lord is going to go get his elect that he wants to raise this place back up.
From one end of heaven to the other.
Right, from one end to the other. You feel me? Real talk, we're going to do it. We're going to raise it back up, and it's going to be better than ever. Because that's going to be the kingdom that the Bible always prophesied about never ending. The kingdom that's going to last forever. So yeah, let's drop that last scripture. Let's go to Revelation 6 and 12 and 13.
Come. The book of Revelation chapter 6 verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal.
Right. He said, I beheld have opened the sixth seal. You feel me? Think of like a book. They got like locks on it and stuff like that. You feel me? Just think of it like that. And that's the seals popping off. You feel me? Like a stamp. They keep it closed. The seals is popping off. And the sixth seal is open.
And there was a great earthquake.
A great who?
A great earthquake.
Now what happened in New Jersey and New York? A great earthquake. They say it don't really happen that often in New Jersey and New York. But them people was shook. They said the earthquake was so big, they felt it all the way in Maryland and Baltimore. You feel me? There's going to be earthquakes. You want to know when Christ's coming back? Look for it. Look for the signs. It's going to be earthquakes. It ain't going to be no wisdom. It's women walking around dressed like men. Men walking around just like women. There's no wisdom right now. There's none.
And the sun became black as sackcloth of hair.
And the sun became black as sackcloth. You feel me? Real talk. That's talking about wisdom. Not a solar eclipse.
And the moon became as blood.
And the moon became as blood. The moon turned red. You thought they think it's because of the sun was behind it. It's like we living in rough times, man. You think this is talking about a solar eclipse? This is talking about understanding. You feel me? As blood is talking about death. You have no understanding. Your understanding is getting you killed. You're dying because of the understanding that you have. You have no wisdom. You have no understanding. And it's getting you murdered. You feel me? Whether it's spiritual or physical.
Verse 13. And the stars of heaven fell into the...
And this John the Revelator, he's basically seeing what Christ prophesied. What Christ prophesied in Matthew's, what that was, the 24th chapter, John the Revelator is seeing it in a vision. After Christ is gone, he's seeing this happen. And he's seeing the stars of heaven fall. The people that's royal, that's well respected, that you look up to.
Even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs.
Right, even as the fig tree, they drop on the ground. You feel me? When they done, they drop on the ground. That's how John the Revelator is seeing stars, people that's well respected fall. Just like a fig tree drop figs on the ground.
When she is shaken of a mighty wind.
Right, and that's what's happening. You feel me? That's what's happening right now. You wonder why all this stuff happening with Cat Williams. You feel me? Steve Harvey, all the rappers, J. Cole just, you feel me, submitted. He done diss somebody, then submitted. You wonder why all this stuff happening, you feel me, real talk. But I can't explain to you earthly things anyway. And it is what it is. But that's in tonight's class. Tune in every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You feel me? Africa, Kentucky. Tune in every Wednesday night for the podcast. Tune in every other Sunday for what you ain't learned history class. And get up with us during North Carolina Passover. We in that bitch stepping. You feel me? Real talk. It's a lock.